What's up, everybody? Jump in here. Alright, so I'm real close to finding this chick now. Let's go down here and see if we can talk to her. Now, she has a really stupid quest for us to do, but if you have enough speech, you can actually just skip it. You don't want to do this dumb quest for her.
Dwarven gyros lying around, have you? I'd swear I left it right here. Do you think mud crabs might have taken it? I saw one the other day. Wouldn't be surprised if it followed me here. Just look around, will you? Isran? Wants me? No, you must be mistaken. He made it exceedingly clear the last time we spoke that he had no interest in my help. I find it hard to believe he's changed his mind. He said some very hurtful things to me before I left. Anyway, I'm quite happy in my current pursuits. So if you'll excuse me... Vampires. Really? Oh, and I suppose now he remembers that I proposed no less than 3 different scenarios that involved vampires overrunning the population. Well, what are they up to? Well, that's actually something I never would have anticipated. Interesting. I'm not sure what they would do with one, but in this case, Isran is probably correct in thinking it isn't good. All right. If nothing else, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to learn more about what's going on so I can better defend myself. But I'm not just going to abandon what I've been working on here. It's too useful. I need at least 1 intact dwarven gyro. So either I need to find the satchel those mud crabs stole, or I need another gyro from someplace. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you?
Alright, so I can persuade her.
Fine, fine. I can't afford to forget about this work, though. Some very interesting applications. Now, where is it I'm supposed to be going? Ah, been working more on his secret hideout, has he? It'll be interesting to see how much progress he's made. I'll finish up here and head in that direction as soon as I can. See you there.
Alright, so now that that's done, I have some locations over here I can find. I don't know if I really want to find these places or not, because if I keep heading down this area, locations are just gonna keep popping up and keep popping up. That happens all the time. Unfortunately, especially if you're in an area which you haven't really explored much, which that's exactly where I'm at. Probably find that dragon's lair, but I'm sure you guys would want to see me fight a dragon. That sounds fun, right? Yay. Although I don't actually know how to get there. Let's see. I know a way of getting there, I just don't know how to get there from my current location. Alright, well I'm going to skip that because there's a shrine somewhere in this area, and if you're up at the shrine, you can hop down to where the dragon is. But normally there's always a path that actually just leads there. But like I said, I'll give it one more chance. I'm going to go this way. Let's see if this is the path. It would make sense, actually. Yeah, I think maybe I can get there from here. Keep going this way. Looks like, okay, yeah, there is a path from here. So let's go fight a dragon and get the shout. One great thing about the dragon areas is that they will always, it's guaranteed if you find one of these places that you will find a shout in that area. There's no way I'll be able to get up to where that shrine is, but I'll do that later. Alright. It should just be right over here. Oh, and one thing I forgot too, I actually got my favorite shout, Elemental Fury. So this is by far my favorite shout in the game. Alright. See here, it's an ancient dragon. Come on. Alright. Let's get the shout real quick. Oh, nice! Perfect for me. Actually, that was amazing. I got that. Alright. So let me do the shout. Oh, yeah, that's right. You can't actually do that shout if you have enchanted weapons. So that sucks. Uh-oh. This guy does a lot of damage. Oh man. Gotta be real careful about dragons, because they will destroy you. If they hit you with that, if they hit you with their magic breath or their breath and then hit you low enough, they'll eat you instantly. So you don't want that. Oh, I absorbed it. Nice. Come on. Alright. Normally, if you stand in the same location, he'll land. He'll just keep landing. Wherever he would normally land, if you find that location, just stand there and he'll land again. Generally. It's not guaranteed or anything, but... Okay, let's use a potion of restore magic. Oh man. It's so much damage. Stop hitting me with that crap! Oh my god, don't eat me. Okay, got him. Alright. Heal up real quick. Take his dragon bones and scales. What is that? I'll take that with me just to learn that enchantment. More than likely, I don't have that yet. Nothing good in the chest. There's always a chest too. Man, but I got really lucky. That's for sure. Because now I have 2 levels of the Elemental Fury Shout. And I can't remember what the third one is, but I'm pretty confident that it's wouldn't be too bad to find. Alright, so we can return to Fort Dawnguard now. And continue this quest line. I'll probably end up going and making a couple new weapons, like maybe 2 dragon bone swords, so I can actually dual wield them and use Elemental Fury. It's way better to actually dual wield. Believe me, if you use Elemental Fury, your damage or DPS or whatever will just go up so much, like it's insane. In my opinion, it's probably one of the best shouts in the game. That's for sure. And if you dual wield daggers, and you also have the perks to make it so that when you dual wield, you actually swing faster, you can swing those daggers at light speed. It's really crazy how fast you actually can swing them. But alright, let's go over here. This should be our last time we actually will have to run all the way back up to the fort. After this, I think when you come here, you'll actually be like right outside the fort door, so you just go right in, don't have to run, nothing like that. Alright, so now we have to sit through this little dialogue of Isran making sure that his friends aren't vampires.
Alright, Isran, you've got us all here. Now what do you want?
Hold it right there.
What are you doing?
Making sure you're not vampires. Can't be too careful. So, welcome to Fort Dawnguard. I'm sure you've heard a bit of what we're up against. Powerful vampires, unlike anything we've seen before. And they have an Elder Scroll. If anyone is going to stand in their way, it's going to be us.
This is all well and good, but do we actually know anything about what they're doing? What do we do now?
We'll get to that. For now, get acquainted with the space. Serene, you'll find room to start your tinkering on that crossbow design you've been working on. Gunmar, there's an area large enough for you to pen up some trolls. Get them armored up and ready for use. In the meantime, we're going to get to the bottom of why a vampire showed up here looking for you. Let's go have a little chat with it, shall we?
Alright, so we should be able to talk to them now in a moment. Come on.
Well, this isn't exactly a palace, is it? Still, it's sturdy, secure, and seems defensible. I suppose I'd rather be here than most other places in Skyrim. If Isran needs me, it must be pretty bad. I wonder what we're up against here.
Alright, so we can ask her about... Well, first let's ask her about making a crossbow.
A basic one? Of course. That is, assuming you know anything about steelsmithing. It's pretty simple. Talk to Gunmar if you need materials.
Alright. So, let's see.
I want to add some punch to our crossbow capabilities. I've done all I can on my own. I need a little inspiration. I've always been fascinated with Dwemer artifacts. I take them apart, poke around in their guts, and try to figure things out, with mixed results. But as luck would have it, I've tracked down the location of some actual Dwemer diagram drawings. So, if you'd be a dear and collect those plans for me?
Alright.
It's sort of a random
See what she has
assortment
for
of
sale.
things.
She can also train you in archery. I don't know what level of archery she goes up to. It might be master. So that's something. Oh yeah, she sells the spell Sunfire. That's what Isran was using earlier. Let's see if I have anything to sell her. No, not really. Alright, that's enough for now. Let's find Gunmar. He should probably be over here at the forge. Somewhere. He'll have a quest for us to do too.
Here we are. It begins again. I fear for what is to come.
Ask him, how can we help?
I've learned of a possible monster. And while I do not know its exact whereabouts, I do have information suggesting someone who does. Pay a visit to the beast's last known contact. Do what you must to find where it's hiding now. Then root out the monster and destroy it.
Now, I don't really think you actually have to do these quests. They never go away.
This run had a surprising stockpile of weapons and armor. Take a look.
Like, there's one quest where you have to go and recruit a certain person. Now, when you recruit him, that's pretty much it. You should always finish her, I don't even know her name, but the chick's quest, because that's how you get, like, the best crossbow. But with him, his quests really don't matter. They don't really change much. I don't think you really get anything from it besides, like, money and all that. He sells smithing material, which is nice, and he also sells Dawnguard armor, if you want to buy it. You buy, like, heavy Dawnguard armor and all this. I might buy that. That's seems nice, but let's see. Alright. So, that's about it for him. And he can train you in smithing as well. And this place just gets better and better. I don't know if it's from, like, it gets better as you do the main quest, or if it gets better as you do the little side quest. I'm not positive about that. Or it could be a combination of both. Who knows? Alright. I'll probably end up forging me a couple normal Dragonbone swords here soon. Alright, let's talk to Isran, though. He'll lead us to the vampire that came here looking for me in particular.
This vampire showed up while you were away. I'm guessing it's the one you found in Dim Hollow Crypt. Says it's got something really important to say to you. So let's hear it.
Alright, so we can talk to her now.
Probably weren't expecting to see me again. I'd rather not be here either, but I needed to talk to you. It's important, so please just listen, before your friend here loses his patience. Well, it's about me, and the Elder Scroll that was buried with me. The reason I had it, and why I was down there. It all comes back to my father. I'm guessing you figured this part out already, but my father's not exactly a good person, even by vampire standards. He wasn't always like that, though. There was a turn. He stumbled onto this obscure prophecy and just kind of lost himself in it. It's pointless and vague, like all prophecies. The part he latched onto said that vampires would no longer need to fear the sun. That's what he's after. He wants to control the sun. Have vampires control the world. Anyway, my mother and I didn't feel like inviting a war with all of Tamriel, so we tried to stop him. That's why I was sealed away with the scroll. I'm sorry. I had heard there were vampire hunters here. I thought they might want to know about a vampire plot to enslave the rest of the world. Was I wrong? Well, let's move then. I'm nothing if not persuasive.
All right, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now? Why? Because of that story about the prophecy, about some vampire trying to put the sun out? Do you actually believe any of that?
Like, the voice actor for him is just so annoying. Like, his tone just changes. He's like, why? Blah, 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 blah. Do you actually believe that? Like, just like this transition with him that it's just, it doesn't really match all that much.
Who knows? Maybe it has a death wish. Maybe it's just insane. I don't really care. It can stay for now. But if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it? You hear me? Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it.
Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. So, in case you didn't notice the giant thing on my back, I have the Elder Scroll with me. Whatever it says, it will have something that can help us stop my father. But of course, neither of us can read it. Well, the Moth priests are the only ones I've heard of who can do it. They spend years preparing before they start reading, though. Not that it helps us anyway, because they're all half a continent away, in Cyrodiil.
Some Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your Moth priest.
Do you know where he's staying now?
No, and I'm not going to waste men looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it. You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own.
Any idea how you're going to find a Moth priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place.
You should actually ask her, did she have any ideas?
Well, back before you know, the College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit.
Alright, so in my opinion, I think she's one of the best followers in the game.
Anything good?
Let's trade her some items, though. Give her an actual good weapon. Probably end up giving her that sword I had. And of course, you can give her armor too if you want. Companions are pretty much like that. You can give her like anything that can increase one-handed attacks so that she actually will do more damage and all that if you want.
Come to this one day. I knew.
Alright, but now we got that, we need to go to the college, so just jump on down and run the hell out. Alright, so while I'm at the college, I'm going to continue that quest line there too, because I need to, I don't even know the guy's name, but I need to go find some dude down in the under basement area of the college. I don't know. I just know I gotta ask around the college and find out who knows the guy, which is really simple to do. Alright. So let's go ahead and go to the college. And once we're here, we can actually do all this. Probably on my off time when I'm not recording, I will go and make the weapons, the dragon bone swords. I might even make some armor for her, since she's going to be following me around for a while. Like I said, she's not bad. Although, she does tend to use magic quite a bit, and destruction magic isn't really that great on the harder difficulties, I gotta be honest. And the only way, I seen someone ask, they left a comment and said, how do you make it like a viable option in the game? Oh wait, ooh.
Please
okay, we need to talk to her.
Arch-Mage unless it's
And the wait, but if you're wondering, if you want to use destruction magic and have it be really, really good, if you use potions, that's the best way to actually do it.
Day-to-day operations are my responsibility, which means if you become a problem, you get sent to me.
Alright, so we can ask her about this.
That's nothing you need to concern yourself with. Very well. It's not something often discussed, as it might be misunderstood by the locals. The Augur is down in the midden, below the college. I don't recommend going down there unless it's absolutely necessary.
Alright.
This must be that.
Mine is not a
see.
popular position.
Imagine.
Someone needs to keep...
Oh, I know who we need to talk to. Alright. We need to talk to the librarian. That guy is the one who knows about the... He knows about where the Moth priest is. So we'll go down in the midden. I think that's what it's called. Do that quest. Talk to this guy. Get that out the way. And that's what we're going to be doing. So, alright. Let's come up here.
I don't want to see you treating any of these
here.
books poorly. A Moth priest? What in oblivion do you need a Moth priest for? Fine, fine. No need to get your britches in a twist. The obvious answer is to go to the Imperial City. The Moth priests make their home in the White Gold Tower. Sometimes they go out looking for Elder Scrolls. Lucky for you, there's a Moth priest in Skyrim right now, doing just that. He stopped in to do some research in the library, then left for Dragonbridge. If you hurry, you might catch him there.
Alright. So, you know, Serana, one thing about her, she always interacts with the environment. She'll sit down in chairs, she'll start, like, doing enchantments, she'll use an alchemy lab, she'll sleep in a bed. She's the only companion that actually really does all that. So, there you go. Alright, now that that's done, we can go down to this little area. I know that in one of the halls, I think it might be the Hall of Confidence, you can get down there, and it's more or less a shortcut. But I'm not going to go that way, because I need to get one of these illusion text books, and there's one down in the midden as well. So, let's go on down there. There's also a weird thing down here. It's kind of like a unmarked quest where you can, like, I think you can make staffs? I don't even know exactly what you can do, but you can do a lot of really cool stuff. I've never really messed with it much. Alright. So, there's enemies down here, but there shouldn't be much of a problem. Alright, so the text is somewhere over here. It's gonna run past the enemies. Not too worried about them. Here it is. Alright, so let's equip that illusion spell. And I'm pretty confident it should be on this table right here. Yep, there it is. And that will complete that quest. All we gotta do now is turn it in. Oh crap. Oops. Kinda forgot I gave away my sword, but I can just use the Daedric sword for now. I hate these things, I really do. They can be kinda hard to hit. Alright. Take the tooth. And let's keep going. We gotta go past a couple places. Alright. Yeah, we gotta go down to here. And once we get in here, we can go talk to this guy. It's a weird story. Like, he blew himself up. I think that's what it was. Like, he was experimenting with magic and, like, killed himself or blew himself up. And now he is down here. This is also the way that you can get the master level restoration spells. You have to come down here and talk to this guy. He's just right over here.
Your perseverance will only lead to disappointments. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
Alright. And yeah, this is the guy.
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. Those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek. Indeed. And so you have come looking, though you do not know why. Like others before you, you blindly follow a path to your own destruction. The Thalmor came seeking answers as well, unaware they will be his undoing. Your path now follows his, though you will arrive too late. The one who calls himself Ankano. He seeks information about the Eye, but what he will find shall be quite different. His path will cross yours in time, but first you must find that which you need. You, and those aiding you, wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your Arch-Mage.
Alright, so now we have to return to the Arch-Mage and tell him about this. Now, one thing I recommend is to make sure it's nighttime when you do this quest, because we're gonna have to go down to the town and it's gonna be attacked by enemies. So if it's nighttime, there's a good chance that like regular people, civilians will be hurt in the fight. That can happen, unfortunately. So if it's nighttime, generally you only actually have to worry about the guards dying, which that's not a big deal. Guards don't matter at all. So alright, I gotta figure out my way out of here. I think it's up these stairs. Alright, where the heck is it? Yeah, going up makes the most sense. Yeah, here we go. Alright. So I think this leads me back to the college, or this was the way I came in. Not too sure, but I'm gonna definitely make it nighttime. That way, like I said, I'm gonna probably complete this quest like right now, and then once that's done, we can go get the staff. And that is really good, because by doing that, alright, first thing, alright, it is nighttime, so that's great. Alright, let's go talk to him. You know, in this college, things do get kind of crazy, but like I said, it's pretty short, or actually almost done, for the most part. Oh wait, maybe not.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented.
You know, I guess, there might be another quest.
Really? And what might that be?
Oh yeah, there is another quest. I forgot all about it.
I'm sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it. And how do you know of this? Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this. A most impressive attitude. Keep this up, and you'll do quite well for yourself. Something as specific and ancient as the Staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done. This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
Alright, so that's done. Now we need to find Mirabelle. So let's go do that real quick. generally she'll either be in, I don't know the name of it, but one of the halls. Hey asshole, hate him. It's over here, this place. Also, there is another guy here. Hopefully he will be here, because he has some quests for us, some really glitchy quests. So, but they do relate somewhat to where we're going, because he needs some like Dwemer cogs, and we can get like a ton of them in this place that we're going. Alright. So, also, I'm pretty confident we could talk to these people and get their quest.
You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert level destruction spells yet? Is it? This is disappointing. Jezargo hoped there might be one who could keep pace with his accomplishments.
Alright, let's see.
Oh, but you are wrong. The only reason you could disagree is because you are losing so badly you cannot see it.
I love this guy. I love his attitude. You know, I guess maybe because I never talked to them before, I can't get their quest.
Maybe Skyrim was not Jezargo's
I'm gonna skip the dialogue.
choice.
I don't really care about it. And let's talk to the rest of these people.
Good to see Skyrim
Oh, yeah.
still has such fine hills. You give an
He's always here
If you
too.
have a moment, I know I do. I can't tell if he expects me to blow myself up or to try and murder him, but he clearly doesn't trust any of us.
Alright, so alright, we can do her.
We're all trying to become better mages, right? Well, I need someone I can practice a few spells on. Nothing dangerous, really. Would you be willing to assist me? Oh, good. I was afraid I'd have to go ask Jezargo. Now, you just stand there. Please hold still, and don't move. There! Now Oh dear. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you feel all right? You look very, green. I am so very sorry. I went over this again and again, and I was sure it would have better results.
Okay, that might have been a problem because I absorbed her spell. Oops. Let's see if that will be a problem or not.
It's not. It shouldn't be. You'll be back to normal in no time. And when you are, we can try this again, and I'll be sure to get it right.
Alright,
I still need some help. If you can
yeah, that's not good. I
still need
really
some
don't want
help.
to sleep.
If you can
Alright, well, we're gonna load up our save because that, like I said, that can always, you can so easily glitch a quest, or a quest will mess up on you. You don't want that to happen, so maybe what I should do is like leave this place, switch the stone I have so I don't absorb the spell, something like that. But definitely I'm gonna save this so that I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff anymore. So, and I'll just do that quest later. Let's see if we can find. Ah,
Have you
crap! I
mastered
have
the
to sit through
expert
this
level
dialogue again.
It is good to finally be around
Alright.
mages who may be able to keep up with
Now,
Jezargo.
where's the other guy? There's a Nord here too, somewhere. This is the chick. Here he is.
I need your help with something. Something private.
Alright, good. We can talk
Yes,
to him.
but it needs to be kept quiet. I may have entered into an agreement with Enther. He had something I needed, so I traded him something of mine. It was a mistake, and now I want back what I gave him. It's an amulet that belonged to my family, and I never should have given it to Enther. But he won't deal with me. Talk to him. See what it'll take to get my amulet back.
Alright. So these quests are generally really easy. See if he...
Can you possibly help
Yeah.
Jezargo?
Alright, good. I can get his thing too.
Jezargo has seen that Torfdir likes you. You must be very skilled with magic, yes? Jezargo is working hard, but cannot do it alone. Can you help with this? Jezargo has worked hard on learning new spells, trying new things. This will make Jezargo stand out as a mage. But Jazargo works so hard, there is no time to test these new spells. If you help with the testing, this will make learning easier. Jazargo will give you scrolls. You will use them and report the results. This is a good plan, no? You tell Jazargo when you are ready. Ha! You can't resist, can you? Let's see. This one, I think. Jazargo has designed it to be an excellent flame cloak, with a twist. It is especially potent against the undead, and should burn them to a crisp in no time. Jazargo gives you plenty of these scrolls, so you try them and return when you can say whether they work.
Alright. That's an easy quest. It's super easy. Alright. Let's go ahead and...
I'm working
Here he
on
is.
some
This guy
very-
has a quest too
the
for us.
exact nature of my research. You mean the official sort of business? Well, no. No, not really. But I can't help but notice that you're doing quite well for yourself. Rising through the ranks and all. It may not be official, but there is a project I've been working on. I wonder if perhaps you could assist with it. What? No, goodness no. At least, I don't think so. No, it's just something I'd prefer to keep to myself. Just bring me some Dwemer cogs. I need to examine them for the methods used in forging them. 10 of them should be enough for me to get a better understanding of how they were crafted. That's all I need, all right?
Alright. So that is a quest there, and we need to talk to her.
Please don't bother. Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking? I see. Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it. They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a closet somewhere. Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power. No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mzulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mzulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
Alright, so we need to go there, and while we're there we can try to probably get some cogs for that one guy. And let's see. Alright, we need to talk to him too about
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still
about
some
this guy's
things
like
that are off limits.
family heirloom or amulet.
Oh my, how precious. Onmund is too afraid to deal with me himself, and so he sent you. I'll make this very simple for you. All my trades are final. Onmund knew this ahead of time and went through with it anyway. So, there's nothing more to be said.
Alright, so we can persuade him, and if we do this, he'll just give it back.
Oh, I suppose, but you keep this to yourself. I don't want it being known that I go back on my trades. Understand?
Alright. Now, you can actually, like, trade with him or shop at him. It's a little weird, though. Alright. But there's actually a really funny joke with him. The joke is from Shawshank Redemption, that movie. I love that movie, and it's I hear you're an elf that knows how to get things. This is a pretty funny little like inside joke. All right, let's go ahead and find this guy now. Where the hell is he? Just put it on the map. All right, good. He's still here.
College is a bit... I didn't think you'd really give it back. Thank you, friend. It's good to know I can count on you.
Alright, so that's that.
I'd better get going.
Alright. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if this will work.
If you can spare the time.
Actually, I just need to get rid of that stone. Once I get rid of the stone,